my name is Paul Stewart. I'm currently at Istanbul where I'm about to fly to Frankfurt in Germany with Lufthansa in their A320 short-haul business class product.
Between this actual flight and editing the video, Istanbul's main airport had moved to a new location, therefore most of the airport experience is already outdated, so I won't include a lot of it. Instead, I'll include more amazing in-flight footage provided by the rising sun. The views out of the window on this flight were honestly some of the best I have ever seen. Let's start back with check-in, which was an easy process as business and status passengers get their own dedicated desk, and then I headed through to the business lounge. It's only a contract lounge, but was perfectly adequate with hot and cold breakfast options, and an operating bar if you preferred breakfast juice exclusively containing grapes. Lufthansa's short-haul business class seats are in a 3-3 layout and near identical to economy, although the middle seat is blocked. I'll quickly run through them in more detail, beginning with the overhead air vents. I always find aircraft cabins too hot and really appreciate being able to control a constant flow of air. I can't understand why newer aircraft are getting rid of them. There's also a fold-out table and a storage net, although I must admit I never use it as I'm too paranoid about leaving something behind. Instead, I always put my stuff directly back into my carry-on bag. Now the middle seat is always empty, and Lufthansa call it a free room, which I'm assuming translates to your space. Don't forget, this middle seat also has a tray table, which you can share with your neighbour, which is quite exciting. And of course, and most important, I have a good view of the wing and engine. Unfortunately, there's no power plugs or in-flight entertainment screens, so you're stuck with paper or your own thoughts.
Welcome aboard from the flight deck. My name is Lars Wegner, the captain. On behalf of the entire crew, welcome aboard our flight to Frankfurt.
Of course, being German, we left on time. I'll stop talking so that you can enjoy the spool up from those little turbofans, and get ready for some stunning views as we ascend up through the clouds. This was my first flight with Germany's national airline Lufthansa, and in recognition of them being very German, here's a few very specific details. Out the window now, you can see a CFMI CFM 56-5B4 engine, which is propelling this Airbus A320-214 up to a cruising altitude of around 35,000 feet. This 4.3-year-old aircraft is one of 70 A320-200s in the Lufthansa short-haul fleet. All jokes aside, views like this really make you appreciate the magic of flight. It's incomprehensible to think that just 200 years ago, people rarely travelled more than 50 kilometres from where they were born. Now, I'm flying through the air in a tin can in amazing comfort. We certainly are a very fortunate generation. A towel was brought around and breakfast served. Unfortunately, I can't find the menu, so you have to guess what I'm eating. I was pretty happy with it, and the flow of coffee was constant, which I appreciated, having woken up at 3:30 AM for this flight. Now I really like these mugs, which felt really solid and German. The service was also really good, with meals served and promptly removed, and regular top-up of the drinks. I think I used the call bell once, and the crew member with a big smile was there in a jiffy. Jiffy, of course, by the way, means quickly. Sorry, I should be more efficient with my communication. Moving on, the view as the sun was now properly risen was absolutely stunning and making up for the lack of in-flight entertainment. These 250cm winglets, which Airbus call sharklets, look fantastic and reduce drag. They improve total efficiency by up to 3.50%. As the flight was only 144 minutes long, our descent into Frankfurt began, and the great views outside continued. I should also mention that Wi-Fi is offered at a cost. I was too financially efficient to pay, so I can't comment on the speed. By the way, if you really enjoy these aviation views, make sure you check out my Instagram and Facebook pages for heaps of more aviation geek content. My next flight out of Frankfurt was in a Boeing 747-8, and I'll include a link to that review in the video description below. Now back to this flight. Look, overall it was fun. We left and arrived on time and in relative comfort. The service was quite good and the food was pretty decent. The seat is only average, although that's the norm in short-haul business class within Europe. While we get far more comfy business seats in Australia and North America, it's worth considering though that Qantas and Virgin Australia certainly charge a lot more than what Lufthansa did. For comparison's sake, I'll include a link below to my review of the British Airways business product in the same aircraft type. Considering the amazing views I got that morning, I'd have been happy to sit on anything. I suppose the main question is it really worth the extra cost to fly in short-haul business? And the short answer is probably not. For a flight that brief, economy is perfectly fine, and I must admit I only flew in business because I had connecting long-haul flights to Tokyo and then Sydney booked on the same ticket. Oh, and by the way, we've got a very cool view of another A320 coming into land at the same time. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and visit my channel for more similar videos. Thanks for watching, and sit back and enjoy our smooth landing into Frankfurt International Airport is exactly on time.
With your seatbelt fastened until